Welcome to today's episode of the BS Moment. On today's show, we're going to talk about the Made by Google event that occurred last Tuesday in New York City, specifically the Pixel 4. Should you get it or should you not? We will let you know at the end of this video. All right, so Google, they had their Pixel 4 event. It was called Made by Google, and that occurred in New York City on Tuesday, October 15th. And they dropped a ton of new hardware that's coming out this autumn. The biggest thing in that, of course, is the Pixel 4, which is Google's version of Android. And it is not a pure version of Android like the old Nexus devices were, but it does have some slight tweaks that are only available for the Pixel phones. And like previous devices, this one's going to have a phenomenal camera, and we'll get into that more in a minute. Now, I'm actually carrying right now an iPhone XS Max, but I have previously carried a Google Nexus and several other Android devices. Brandon, what are you carrying right now?
I mean, you're gonna phone shame me like that. I'm still rocking the iPhone 10, but let's have a quick moment of silence for that Nexus and how amazing it was.
It was pretty dope. I had the Nexus 6, and that puppy was enormous, phenomenal. In fact, I took that to Hawaii with my wife and just captured some absolutely beautiful photos. And speaking of photos, that's one of the new things that's going to be added to the Pixel 4. Just like the Pixels that came before it, it takes phenomenal photos, but you're going to see additional lenses on the back. It's like having a miniature camera rig on the back of your device. It's going to finally have a telephoto lens on the back, and it has this new mode where you could take pictures at night, astral photography. You can aim it up at the stars, and it will do multiple exposures over time so that you can actually get a picture of not just the stars like we normally see, but those extended exposures will get that additional light where it begins to show the gas throughout the galaxy. It's a truly amazing presentation. We'll show you a picture here over the video. But I love that. I think night mode is one of the big features of the new iPhone, and Google is absolutely coming in lockstep, updating the Pixel with that. I know I take a lot of photos at all times of the day, and those photos at night don't always come out very well for me. I don't know about you, Brandon, but
yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking the whole time you're talking like amazing camera. It's absolutely fantastic and phenomenal. How much storage does this thing have?
yeah, there's the rub, right? So that'll be one of the things that I don't like. It has 64 gigabytes out of the box. Now, most of your modern phones are starting at least 128 gigabytes. Google's play here is they want you to sign up for their storage service. And that's a monthly service, an additional fee that you're going to have on top of your cell phone bill and buying your phone. And for most folks now, they're financing their phone through their carrier, so you're probably going to have a payment for that phone. So now you're going to have your cell phone bill, your phone payment, and your storage payment so you can offload those photos. On the Pixel 3, you got unlimited uploads of photo storage. That's no longer the case. You're going to need that extra storage.
Yeah, that's it's kind of what I keep hearing. Everybody's complaints is, the low storage, and then you can't put an additional memory card in there. So, that was always a play for Android phones, right? Is you can always just upgrade the memory, go buy a memory card. But now you can't. So
it's not just the Pixel 4. A lot of Android phones are starting to lose that SD card slot that they've had for years. But frankly, they're getting bigger storage on board. Some of your more pro devices out there, like the Razer gaming phone, that still has the additional storage. But in a lot of these mainstream devices, they're moving to simplify them, kind of taking a more Apple approach of deciding, hey, we think we know what's best for you.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Camera wasn't all that they upgraded on this device. There's also Project Soli, which is radar. This is actually kind of cool. So they built a radar sensor into the phone, and this gives it a couple of things. It enables the fastest secure face unlock in the industry. They're saying that they're faster than the iPhone to unlock your device with your face. And then also it allows for gestures. So you can do things like wave your hand to skip tracks or wave your hand over the phone to decline a call without having to pick it up. I don't know how useful the waving gestures will be, but I do like the idea of a super fast face unlock. I thought I was going to be unable to get past the fingerprint reader disappearing from the line of iPhones, but the face unlock actually proved out to be pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I was in that same boat there. I don't know what I would do without my Face ID now. It's definitely a staple, especially on Wednesdays when it's wing night. You know, hands are all dirty. I can just look down at my phone and check whatever that new sneaker notification is.
Wing Wednesdays at Marketplace, get you some. Google Assistant also got an update. It is now context aware. You can activate it by squeezing the device. But what context aware means is you can say things like, what actress starred as Hela in the latest Thor movie? And Google will come back with that answer, and it will tell you Cate Blanchett. But then you can also go on to say things like, how old is she, or who is she married to? And Google Assistant will be smart enough to know, like, oh, you're referring to Cate Blanchett, even though you as the user never said her name, which I think is actually really smart. And it goes a long way to show, I think, how good the artificial intelligence Google is working on is getting.
Yeah, so you're telling me that if I ask a context-based question, it's not going to show me the weather or hit the Google Web to ask it?
Yeah, that's right. You're not going to get an Apple
Okay.
Siri response where it's like, I don't know what you're talking about, brother. It's actually going to probably give you a correct answer.
Wow. Well, that definitely is a step up because if I got to talk to somebody to Google something for me, I'm not really sold on all that.
No, not at all. Speaking of stepping it up, they have increased the refresh rate of the new device. So the new display now will have up to 90 hertz refresh rate. Standard on phones is 60. In fact, all of Apple's devices right now have a 60 hertz refresh rate. But on the Google Pixel 4, that will go up to 90 hertz in the right circumstances. So it depends on what you're doing. If you're watching something like a movie that doesn't necessarily need to be in 90 hertz, it's going to throttle back and that's going to save you battery life. But if you're doing something like playing a fast-paced game, the display will automatically ratchet up the refresh rate to that full 90 hertz, and it will look absolutely stunning. In fact, the display is so good that DisplayMate rated it indistinguishable from perfect. Now, we'll have to see it for ourselves when it hits stores soon, and it will be at all major carriers. But I'm excited the way that this display technology is moving forward.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the one where I can have the holographic image pop up and, I can ultimately chat and see, what's going on, with the person that I'm chatting with there. Real futuristic type stuff. Are we there yet?
We're not there yet, but
Damn.
pretty soon. Maybe we should make a video and see if we can get a news station to pick it up as what's really coming out. Let us
Man,
know
just
in
need
the
to take this
chat if you want us
technology.
to prank the local news.
We just need to take technology in a new direction.
That's right. There are going to be 3 colors. You're going to have just black, clearly white, and oh so orange. It's also going to be available in 2 sizes, 5.7 inch and 6.3 inch. The 6.3 inch will be Quad HD. Those are going to go for $799 and $899 respectively. It's going to have 6 gigabytes of RAM on board, which is becoming the standard for new smartphones today. You'll get 64 gigabytes out of the box for the previous prices that we mentioned, but you'll also be able to upgrade to 128 gigabytes. That will cost you $100. The processor in this is the Snapdragon 855, not the 855 Plus. Google chose to go with the 855. It gives them better battery life. It does everything that they believe that the device needs to be out there and be successful today. And honestly, they're probably correct. Pre-order is live right now. Orders will ship beginning October 24th. Like we said, it was available on all major U.S. carriers. We told you at the beginning of the video, should you get this device? So let's talk about the for and the against, and then I'll give you my opinion. So for, super fast, secure face unlock. Motion sense gestures are pretty cool and responsive. It's got a new telephoto camera, and it also has the ability to take beautiful photos of the night sky. And that screen with that 90 hertz refresh rate is phenomenal. What do I wish it had done better? 64 gigabytes of storage is not enough. I know that Google wants you to move to cloud storage, but frankly, sometimes you're getting on a flight, you are going out of a service area, and you need that storage for additional things like photos or videos that you might be taking on vacation. Still got a thick notch on that body, and you know what? It's 2019. It's time for phones to be screen all across the front, and that notch needs to be as small as possible. And of course, no more unlimited high quality photo uploads. You have to subscribe to Google's cloud storage service. So let's talk about that. So should you get this device or should you not? Well, if you need a lot of on-device storage, I would say no, you shouldn't get this device. But if you are storing things in the cloud today and you're an Android user now, then yes, absolutely. I think you should get this device. It's going to get regular updates from Google. It's always going to have the latest version of Android on it. Quickly, more quickly than any other vendor. So you're always going to be able to be sure that you have the secure device and secure operating system. You're going to have great features and beautiful photography. If you are an Apple user, should you switch to the Google Pixel 4? I don't think so. The current iPhones are fantastic. The iPhone 11 is available at $799, the same price as the Pixel 4, and it offers a phenomenal experience as well. I think you'd be happy with that device as well. Brandon, what do you think?
I'm going to be in agreement on both fronts. I mean, if you're a current Android user, but stick with what you know. Definitely with the Google ecosystem, how it fits all together. Myself, I'm so ingrained in Apple's ecosystem that I'm not going to switch. You're going to have to be really enticing. And with the features, the 11 packs, and then you go into the 11 Pro, we're talking, a whole new realm. So definitely if you're an Apple user, stick on the Apple front for sure.
I agree. There were a few more things before we close out. Pixel Buds, those are their new earphones, kind of like the AirPods. Those are on pre-order now. No definitive date on when those are going to ship, but go get them at play.google.com now. Google Stadia did get a definitive launch date. That's going to be November 19th. Google Stadia, if you remember, is their new gaming service where you don't need to own a computer or any high-powered hardware. It's all done in the cloud and then streamed to you like streaming video. They have a special controller that connects directly to the internet to take that content and make sure that it's all synced up perfectly. I don't know how I like not owning my games, but Google Stadia will be out November 19th. And then they announced a new Pixelbook, the Pixelbook Go. Their previous Pixel laptops were very expensive. Four-figure devices, over $1,000 easily. The Pixelbook Go now is going to also launch this fall. It's on pre-order now. It's going to start in the hundreds of dollars, not in the thousands of dollars. And you'll be able to spec it up into the $1,000 plus range. However, remember with Pixel, you are with Pixelbook's Chromebooks, you are getting essentially what is a laptop running the Chrome browser. I do like the idea of an affordable laptop, Pixel books, or rather Chromebooks that run in the hundreds of dollar price range. But when you start pricing them up into $500, $600, $700 or $1,000, for me, that's where it breaks down. You can get a phenomenal Windows laptop, a gaming laptop. You can get a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro and install Chrome on it, and then you have a Chromebook. I don't know about you, but Brandon, what do you think?
Yeah, I've never been a fan of the Chromebooks, just at all. I mean, you can launch them with whatever text and features, but throw Chrome on your MacBook Air or your Windows PC, and you can get much more value for the product that you're getting there. So that's a no-go on me. Nope.
I agree. Should you get the Pixelbook Go? No, I don't think you should. It's too expensive for what it is. You should go buy a Windows laptop for that price. You can get a great deal on a Surface laptop. Pick one of those guys up and install Chrome on it, and you have a Chromebook. All right, That is it for today's video. Thank you everybody for the BS moment. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, hit that button down below to subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode. Have a great day.